Hey, what's good? I'm professional shooting coach Colin Castell, and today I'm gonna let you in on a shooting secret that 99% of people don't know about. All right, so in today's video, what we're gonna talk about is shooting hand position. Now, shooting hand position is really important because it's kind of the first thing that's gonna launch that chain of reaction into your shot. So today what I'm gonna talk about is one hand position that most everybody doesn't know about, unless you've been watching this channel for a while, and how it can really help maximize your jump shot. But before we jump into it, I wanna give you free instant access to my quick draw shooting workout by clicking the top link in the description down below. I developed this workout specifically for you to help maximize your in-game shooting speed and in-game shooting consistency, because those are two things that most players really need help with. So click the top link in the description down below and get instant access today. So the question is, what is this magical shooting secret that a lot of people don't know about? And it's called the palm rotation. Now let me talk about it for a second, right? So your shooting hand position, you've got a bunch of different options. Now, kind of the original way that a lot of people taught, and kind of the traditional way, is to shove your shooting hand behind the basketball, right? We've all been to a basketball camp or a basketball clinic where we stand in a line and we do this, and the coach walks around and pushes your elbow in and does all this sort of stuff, blah, 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 right? We've all been there. But having your shooting hand behind the basketball is tough. And it's tough for a few different reasons. Number one, your body just isn't really meant to work like that. If I crank my hand behind the basketball, you can see my wrist doesn't allow itself to flex straight. And so automatically, as I go into my shot, the ball's probably gonna be coming off my ring finger and my pinky finger. So the question is, what is a hand position we can use to keep our wrist straight and our release straight? And that's where we come up with the palm rotation. Basically meaning that we want both our palms facing each other. So my left hand's on the outside of the basketball and my right hand's on the outside of the basketball, holding it like this. Now I can almost guarantee you that nobody watching this video has been to a shooting clinic where you stand like this, holding the ball palm to palm, right? It's something that's just not taught, but a lot of elite level shooters do it. Steph Curry does it a lot of times. James Harden does it a lot of the time, right? And basically it's just the idea of allowing the elbow to come in and then being able to keep everything straight on the finish. Now, with a palm rotation, it's basically just the idea that as I'm getting ready to shoot, my palm is rotating as the ball's moving up, just like that. So as I move the ball up into my shot, my palm's gonna rotate under the ball and then snap through to the finish. So it's kind of a fluid motion, right? It's not like a 1-2 herky-jerky. As I'm bringing the ball up, it's rotating around and snapping off, boom, straight. Now this release works really well if you're a middle finger release shooter, meaning if your middle finger is the last finger to touch the basketball, it's great because that's one of the best ways to be able to get your wrist under the basketball to snap off towards the hoop just like that. But here's the thing. Here's the thing you gotta consider and the thing that you gotta think about. This isn't gonna work for everybody. It works really well for a lot of people, and a lot of people hate it. And the whole key to shooting instruction is to think about yourself, diagnose yourself, and be your own shooting instructor. So if you try a palm rotation and it feels absolutely garbage, feel free to slash it. You don't have to use it, but a lot of you are gonna try it and be like, oh my gosh, where's this been my entire life, right? So try it out, see if it works for you. Now, when we're thinking about the palm rotation, the one thing that can get a little bit tricky and kind of throw some players off is your guide hand. Because check this out. If I'm rotating my palm and I'm rotating the basketball with it, my guide hand has to be soft on the basketball to allow it to spin in the hand. So you can see that again. As I bring it up right here, I want to let it be soft in my guide hand so it can spin and snap off, right? If I've got a really rigid guide hand and I bring it up, it's gonna put my guide hand on the top of the ball because as I rotate my palm under, it's gonna be stuck right there. So that's the one piece where some people don't like this. And if you don't like it, like I mentioned, no problem, don't use it. Try moving your hand on top of the ball. Try moving your hand on kind of the back side. It's probably gonna get you better results than trying to shove it behind the back. But for a lot of players, if you're having alignment issues, if you're missing left and missing right a ton, this palm rotation can help you out a ton and really kind of maximize keeping that ball straight towards the basket. All right, so next I'm gonna give you my favorite drill to help kind of work on the palm rotation and implement it into your shot. And this is called skull crush shooting. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna face towards the basket. And what's great about this drill is you can do it at any level. You can do it at form shooting to kind of get it down. You can do it at 15 feet. You can do it 3-point. You can do it even further out if you want to. So I recommend trying it at a bunch of different levels and really kind of implementing it in your workout in different scenarios. That way you really get used to it. But basically it's just this. I'm gonna face up towards the hoop. However, I'm gonna be, my stance, I like a little tilt, so I'm gonna have my tilt. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna keep both hands on the outside of the ball. I'm gonna bump the ball off my forehead. You don't wanna knock yourself out or anything, but just give yourself a little tap. And then I'm gonna load and I'm gonna tap my thigh. So I'm going tap, tap. Now the whole key here is I want my body straight up and down when I tap my head, and I want it loaded when I tap my thigh. Then from here, I'm gonna rotate my hand up under the basketball, and I'm gonna shoot on the way up. So basically all we're doing is we're going tap, tap, smooth shot. The whole time we're working on keeping our hand on the side and then whipping it underneath the basketball on the pickup so that by the time it reaches my set point, whether it's my forehead, my chin, my nose, wherever yours is at, we want our body straight and we want our hand underneath the basketball, because if we can get it under by the time it hits the set point, it's gonna be perfect, smooth release towards the basket. All right, so the next drill we've got to help you work on this palm rotation is what I call slap shooting. And all we do is you're gonna face up towards the basket just like before, at any distance you wanna work on, and you're gonna spin the ball out to your side. Now once you spin it out to your side, you're gonna catch it one-handed on that side, and you're gonna whip it back to your shot line. So if I spin to my left because I'm a right-handed shooter, I'm gonna whip it back to my shot line, and I'm going to slap the ball on the outside with my shooting hand, right? So I spin it out, slap back. So as I get to this point, I should have my palms facing each other, and I can go into my shot, whip that palm rotation up. Now with each one of these reps, I'm gonna alternate each direction. So first one, I'm gonna spin out to my left, I'm gonna whip it back to my right for that palm rotation. The next rep, I'm gonna spin it out to my right, I'm gonna bring my left hand over so it's in the correct shot line. I'm not gonna keep it over here because then I'm gonna be shooting offside. But I'm gonna bring my offhand over and I'm gonna slap it back in to get to that position. The whole key here is we wanna really pretend like it's almost like a magnet, right? And each time we're magneting that ball back to my right hip because I'm a right-handed shooter, and getting ready to fire that palm rotation up. Palm to palm, smooth on the finish, shoot from anywhere you want to on this drill. All right, and don't forget, if you want to take your shooting to the next level, all you got to do is click the top link in the description down below. Get free instant access to my quick draw shooting workout that I specifically put together to help you maximize your shooting speed and shooting consistency. So you're not going to want to miss it. And if you're new to Shotmechanics, smash that subscribe button, then head to the comment section down below and let us know what kind of video you want to see next. We're a channel run for the people, by the people, so all you got to do is leave it down below and hopefully we'll be able to get to it. And again, I'm Coach Colin Castell with Shotmechanics Basketball, and until next time, splash on.